Have identified a West Oahu man who was fatally stabbed at his workplace on Sunday. Meanwhile, police have arrested a homeless man who told witnesses he was acting in self-defense. Reynaldo Cheney has been charged with murder and attempted murder. His bail has been set at $1 million. Eddie Dowd has more.
People who know the suspect in Sunday's deadly stabbing say he lived in this tent here at Maili Beach Park for years. They say the last time they saw him was when he left Sunday morning.
He just stays by himself. He don't bother nobody, nobody bother him.
People who live at the beach say 60-year-old Reynaldo Cheney has been moving around on this coast for years.
He did his own thing on a daily schedule, always did the same thing. Left in the morning, did his library, whatever he done for the day, and come back nighttime.
This woman told us she camped next to Cheney.
He didn't bother nobody. It's very surprised. It surprised me. I wouldn't think this man would have done that.
Police say on Sunday morning, Cheney was inside the Nanakuli Wendy's and started moving furniture around. That's when 22-year-old Wendy's employee, Kashka Otto, asked him to stop. Police say Cheney called Otto a derogatory name. Then Otto and another co-worker escorted the man out of the restaurant. Police referred to Otto as Victim 1.
The argument continued, and reportedly Victim 1 punched the suspect, who in turn stabbed Victim 1 and Victim 2.
Cheney was arrested for murder and attempted murder. Before this, Cheney's court records only showed citations for having a tent in a public park and one for jaywalking. We're told he also got into an argument with someone at the Nanakuli Public Library. On Monday, a memorial for Kashka Otto grew outside the Wendy's where he had worked for several years.
He was just taking orders. Even he would always give a smile when he's taking people's money and paying for their food and whatnot. And he was just, I don't know, he was really great. He was a great person.
Otto graduated from Waianae High School in 2020 and played 2 years with Spike and Serve volleyball.
We've got a really close-knit group of West Side alumni. The first I saw it was when Epua Tautua, I saw a post of hers on Instagram, and my heart just dropped. He's this big guy. He looks tough, but he's got this sensitive soul.
Eddie Dowd, Hawaii News Now.